Okay, so a little brief story on how it all began. As you can imagine, the life of project manager is full of meetings. Like I have a meeting for everything that you can imagine. And I know that you too, like as not as only as project managers or as a scrum master or as team members, we all have like dailies, plannings, quarter reviews, retros, one-on-ones. Like our life is full of meetings. And sometimes when um, you are like the host of most of these meetings, you can feel a bit overwhelmed because you have the responsibility of having a good meeting and have um, a moment when you can really decide things and have things getting done. And meeting is your tool, like your main tool. And I was feeling a bit overwhelmed during a period of time of my professional life where I thought, okay, so I need to organize this, because I need to have more valuable time for myself and to do things that I am to, like things that I know that it will bring value to the projects I am managing and the people that I am managing. So that's how one time I just like sat down on my desk and said, now I'm gonna do this. Like now I'm going to organize this mess. And that's when I reach out for this article from Todd Herman. He elaborated this table, let's say, like this, with the level of inefficiency that results when you split your attention into multiple projects. I do not totally agree with these numbers, and I will not get into this, but basically he said, okay, every time you switch contexts, you are losing attention. You're not being effective. So yes, he has a good point, and I was agreeing with him because I could do I could have a lot of things done, but not as I knew that I could. Like I knew I could do better for each one of that if I had the proper time to do each one. So, like multitasking, is that even real? I'm not sure. I don't believe that. So I bring here some questions, and please, you don't need to answer it, but raise your hands if you're really paying good, effective, and active attention right now. Like how many times did you check your phone already? How many meetings did you have so far? If there was breaks in between, because when you're switching meetings, you don't even have time to go from room to another. Thanks God we work remotely, because if you were at the office, we would never have like the amount of room, enough amount of rooms. So, did you drink water today? I'm seeing Mari drinking, so I hope you're having your water, and I will have mine as well. And thank me later, because you need to be hydrated. So, did you find yourself with gastritis, anxiety, feeling exhausted at the end of the day? So, okay, welcome. So, the rationale that thoughts brought, and it can be applied not only for project switching, it applies to all the simultaneous activities that we have. So I can be at only one project, and I can have like a multiple things that I need to get done within the day or within the week. So every time I switch my attention, now I'm doing a financial report, then I need to go to a one-on-one with someone from my team, or I need to jump into a call with a client, or I need to go to the planning. Like every time I switch my context, and things are so different, and then I can lose like a big part of the things that I really would like to accomplish. So, 21st century and useless meetings still happens, and a lot. So whose fault it is? Like often not only the person that was scheduling the meeting, but also from the company culture. There are some company cultures, and I know that a lot of us are inserted into the culture of our clients, not of Avenue Code culture. And yes, we have like a lot of meetings that sometimes we just go in and out and like don't even open our microphones to say hello. Like we should not be there. We're just like an audience, passive audience. And yeah, old habits die hard. I know. And sometimes even if you say, hey, I don't know, team member, do you really need me in this meeting? Like I tried this like twice or three times with my manager at my client because he was always putting me in a meeting that I could like not join at all. And he said, oh, what I like, everybody being there, see our over faces. And okay, so I'll go. We try and we keep trying. But there is no solution. There is no like a recipe how to do that. But I have some tips, and that's what I'm bringing here to you. So, moving directly for the first one, avoidable meetings. So, before scheduling a meeting, ask yourself if this topic, this subject could be solved by email or message. I know, pretty basic, no? But how many of us sometimes have scheduled meetings that could be an email or could be avoidable or just like, I don't know, alignment meetings or status update meetings, things that like we don't need like everybody there at the same time in the same room to have the object of the subject discussed. So yeah, many good people get lost on this because of, they are in the flow. They are like an autopilot and then they just do it. So yeah, try to ask yourself before scheduling a meeting if this is really necessary, or you can just like put an email together or put a group in chat or something. Second one, what is all about? Okay, it is a necessary meeting. I will schedule. Please try to anticipate the subject with the people of the meeting or even provide material for pre-reading. So the title is essential. Like put it in the title what the meeting is about. Don't put like just a general title. Put okay, this is a status call meeting, or this is a like review on budget for Q2. Things like that, because then people who receive this invitation can know about what it's about. And if, okay, it's really necessary for me to be there, do I need to, if I have like a clash, like I have two meetings at the same time, which one I will prioritize? The title says a lot. And the description of the invitation says even more. And if you provide even a pre-reading material like, okay, let's discuss the results of the project for the last quarter. You can add some dashboards or some numbers that people can go through before the meeting and have their questions assigned during the meeting, So, okay, for me to have questions, let me read it before, like let me take a moment to go into the topics and see if I have anything that needs to be clarified, or even if I need more information, then I can send for the person in beforehand. Third, empathy. Please tell me if I am going too fast. I'm just like, sometimes I get like very excited about things. And the third one is empathy. And if it was with you, ask yourself, okay, would you like to have an invitation for a meeting on Monday at 8 a.m. or even in the lunchtime or on the Friday afternoon at all? Like think about it. Put yourself in the other the person's shoes. Take a look to their calendars and see if there's like today it happened with me. I'd like to have like a conversation one-on-one with the person, and as we ended a meeting, and I said, okay, so hey girl, I'm going to schedule a meeting with you so we can further discuss this. I will I will send you an invitation. And I saw that she had a free slot tomorrow, but it was like the only free slot she had like on the whole day, and it will be Friday. And I thought, okay, I wouldn't like to have like another one. I know that it's free. I know that she could like just block that slot, but she didn't. But I wouldn't like it. And it is not an urgent topic. It can wait until Monday. So I went to her calendar for the next week, and I saw that Monday was pretty available. So, okay, let's do it on a Monday in a good time. Like I even scheduled like for, I don't know, 11 p.m., 11 a.m., I'm sorry, because I thought, oh, Monday is a nice, it's that day that when you start to work, you like to go through your week and plan your day or plan the things that you need to do. So why not, put this chat like a bit later, not at the early morning. So things like that, when you are scheduling something, consider it if it's possible. And of course, you can always ask them, okay, so can I schedule a meeting? I saw that you have like, I don't know, this 30 minutes. Can I schedule that? And she or the person will say, okay, you can do it, or please put it on Monday, or I don't know, next Thursday. And it's okay. 4, motivation. Meetings are for alignment and decision making. I always say that it's the famous status update doesn't need a meeting. And here I'm not talking about daily. I'm talking about, okay, let's do a status call. So people say, okay, so in my team or my work is doing, I'm doing this, and that. If your daily are just like this, you don't need the daily. You need to provide, make sure that this is a valuable time for your team. So to me, when I was running dailies, I usually say, okay, so Mari, what are you doing? How things are for you? And you would say, okay, I finished that. I will do this and this and this. Do you need anything? Do you have all that you need? Or do you need, I don't know, maybe alignment, something? Bring other questions to this moment. If it is like just a status update, you can provide this by email or I don't know, Slack or anything that you're using for Jira. I can just open the board and see, okay, I see that Mari is working on this, and I see that the next work, the incoming work is this one on this column of the backlog. So, it doesn't need that status call. All right, and what else? Sure. Focus. Meetings need an objective. So usually I like to put the goal of the meeting on the description. So I said, like I said, the meeting that I scheduled for Monday with the person that I mentioned before, I said, okay, this is a one-on-one, and I said, hey girl, I am sending you this invitation so we can chat more about this and this and this. And the objective of this chat is to have this clarified or this decided. This is very good because, when people start talking about other topics that may arise during the discussion, you can always bring people's attention to, hey, do you remember the objective of this meeting is to decide upon this? So if there is another urgent topic that needs to be resolved, you can just ask, do you like to switch the objective of this meeting? Then I can schedule another one to address the first topic, or can we just keep the main goal of this meeting of this slot and then schedule a second one to address this new topic that was arrived. But this need to be agreed upon it, so people can keep the attention on what matters, because sometimes it's very hard to have everybody together at the same time in the same moment, and you need that decided because I don't know, you have a decision that needs to be made in a hush. You have some targets, dates, things that need to be done. And sometimes people just get lost in their minds or discussing another thing that is not the whole point of that. And I believe that for this, Agile is very nice because you have like the daily. The daily is to discuss this. Every time that the team goes deeper into a technical discussion or doubts on, I don't know, some business requirement for the project, you can like always schedule a separate meeting to go further on that. Restricted. Limit to your audience. Very often, I've been participating in meetings on my client, on the client that I am today, that have like many people invited. You know, you see like 80, more than 80 persons in a meeting, and you know, talking to many is talking to no one. So limit your audience. Bring only the people that needs to be there, and that have the decision-making power, you know, to decide upon things, or the people that needs to be there to discuss, or even, you know, with the knowledge that you need, and so on. So if you don't have, and here I bring another idea that is not like the best solution because it gives you more work, but consider to have rounds of the same discussion with different teams. So let's say you have like one thing that you need to align with many different teams. Don't bring all of them together because, you know, the shy people will never raise their hands to raise questions. Sometimes they are going to be, you know, lost in our attention, losing our attention. So you just like split the audience. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to, I don't know, this team. And so you bring the discussion and have their inputs, and then you go to another team and do this to all the teams that you need. And then you can just like put all the summary together and align with like the representatives of each team, or just send upon an email. So it's an idea. Notes. I hate writing meeting notes. Like I hate this. I hate this activity. But I know that sometimes it is a necessary evil. So precious time. I lost precious time writing meeting minutes every day, and I know how bad that can be. But I am very much in favor of whoever is responsible for conducting the meeting to make a brief summary of what was decided, what are the pending actions, and what will be the next steps if they have. You know, like it doesn't hurt to do this. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody, for joining the meeting today. Here's just a brief summary of what was decided and who is responsible, and I will be doing the follow-up during this, so everybody knows what everybody is working on and what is pending on the subject. So you don't need like to put like a whole letter together, just bullet points so everybody's aligned. And sometimes it's a good thing for the person. Okay, so I know I was in the meeting yesterday. I don't even recall what was like the pending action for me. I didn't take the note. I didn't took the note correctly. So I go back to that email and then I can just like do a quick check on what is for me. And a brief note also, if someone who should have participated could not attend the meeting, reschedule the meeting. I always do like that because people need to be compromised. You know, it is a respect of time of the other ones that were invited and were there at the time. And okay, if someone needs to be there to have a decision done or have something clarified, and this person doesn't show up, okay, so team, thank you for being here. Unfortunately, the person X didn't join us. I believe that he or she had a clash or had something coming up. I will reschedule this meeting so we can have the conversation that we need to have. You know, doesn't matter what we are discussing here. Doesn't matter if we like, I don't know, took several minutes discussing something if the person that who decides or have the information that we need is not here. So just reschedule and you're going to, and thank me later. Focus Day, this is my favorite. Consider adopting Focus Day as a good practice with your teams. Usually, I saw companies doing this on Fridays, on Mondays, or whatever fits best for the project. But if you do that and you say, hey, team, you are allowed to have this. Let's try this. Let's try to avoid meetings during Fridays or during Mondays, even the daily. You can send me the updates for the Scrum Master, or put a thread on chats or Slack. I don't know which tool you use to communicate, but put a thread there and set the updates there. Or if you have any questions, you can address later. If it is urgent, of course, you can schedule, but let's avoid that. And it works even better if everyone in the team or in the organization does that, but nothing prevents anyone to do that for itself. And I started to do that, and it was life-changing for me, because I had the proper time to plan my day, to do the stuff that I was, holding up or behind scheduling things, or puts more focus on what I need to do. If it was a report, something that it needed my fully attention. And try to block your schedule with a slot or an all-day commitment, and put an automatic response explaining that this is a day or time that you need to focus and that you are avoiding meetings. So with a gentle request that if it's not an urgent matter, avoid scheduling meetings with you on that day and time. And you see that people are going to follow that. It's like, you can say no. You say you can say, okay, today I am not fully available, only for urgent topics, and it's okay, because it shows that you have the maturity, to understand that it's a moment that you need your time. There's a way you guarantee that a day without interruptions, and you can have more decision-making power over how you use your time and your team as well. So here's a tip. Okay, tools. Utilize time management tools, and one that I like to recommend is Clockwise. I think that is very efficient. If you don't know, try to find out. It's something that it's a tool that helps you to accommodate your meetings, even that the recurrent scheduled meetings as like one-on-ones. Let's say that I have a one-on-one with someone every week or every 2 weeks, and the tool finds the better spot each week for both of the participants of the meeting. So this is really amazing, and it helps you to see what focus, or how many time of focus you have, and which will be the best time for you to schedule some meetings. So it's a really nice tool. I know, I believe that there are so many tools. We have AI there, so ask ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, tell me some tools that I can use for managing my time or manage my meetings, or even, taking the notes of the meetings that I know that I already have. And try, also Google Calendar has plenty of cool features. Try on. 10, you are the boss. So take ownership of your time. You see, nothing is more liberating than controlling your own time. So this may not be always possible or even easy, I know, but there are still ways to have some level of control over it. I typically use to have like an out of office slot recurring during my lunchtime. And this prevents people to schedule meetings during my lunchtime, because, it's something that is important to me, because I like to prepare my own meals, and I like to take a walk with my dog, in between my day. And I also ask my team, please respect that. I like to have this time for my own, so I need that. And if you could avoid to schedule meeting on that period, I appreciate that. Or if it's very urgent, okay, I'm here for you. But if it's not a crisis, let me lunch. And additionally, I have some focus time blocked events on my calendar. So every time I see that On Thursdays afternoon, usually I don't have many meetings. So I block, I don't know, a period of 1 or 2 hours. So I just block for focus time. So I know that I will have like whole 2 hours for myself to work in everything that I want to and anything that is urgent or even important. So I have that period of time, and any time that an invitation comes up and is on that focus time that I set, I can decide if it is something that I want to accept or something that I want to reschedule. And you can do the same for breaks through your whole days, like, moment for you, 15 minutes, take a walk, you can decide for you. And you were the boss too. The last tip, you can always say no. Like, nobody said that you cannot say no for a meeting, unless it's something that, as I mentioned, it's a crisis and you need to be there. There are days that we are not at our best time. There are days that we are not feeling very good, In such cases, accepting a meeting can be the worst decision that you're going to have, you see? And sometimes it's something personal. Sometimes it's just like a day that you were like not in the mood. So you just want to sit quiet and work and get your things done. And you don't want to engage to anyone. And it's okay. You see, everybody has those days. And you can just say no. Ask to schedule for another time. Say, hey, I know that you sent this invitation to me, but can we just postpone for Monday? Can we just put it on another time? Is it urgent? If the person watch these tips and put the right title and the description on it, you don't even need to ask this person. You just can just propose a new time, because okay, this meeting is for this and the objective is this one, so this can wait until next Tuesday, and so propose the new time. You see how this can make everybody's lives easier. This is the first one. And okay, I believe that was it. I hope that this has been a useful moment and worth your time. The full text that I wrote for the snippets, which is the main topic of this talk, is on this link, and you can read it. And if you have any questions, just raise your hands, and I am here. I think that I nailed the time, right? So you can just send me an email.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing these valuable tips with us. Thank you all for participating. There is another one session start right now.
Yeah,
about Agile for devs. So we can skip it for that. And I hope you continue to enjoy our Agile week. And see you. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.